Hello, hello, sweet friends. It is Monday. It is the first day of June. Can you guys believe it? We are almost halfway through the year. At the end of this month, we'll have 6 months behind us and 6 months ahead of us. Do you know what that means? Do you know how close Christmas is? Next month, we'll be doing Christmas in July already. Whew, wow, this year's gone by so fast. I hope you've had a beautiful, wonderful weekend. I am going to try to pull us up. If you've noticed, I've got my phone backwards, so we are not going to do much with words, but hopefully you'll be able to read what little words we are using. And I am doing it so that I hopefully be able to see comments. All of us creatives have had issues with comment either not showing up at all. Hey, Danette, my friend, not showing up at all, or we have to refresh our secondary device, or something happening. So I wanted to make sure that I was able to see you guys, the comments. Let's see, what other housekeeping things do we need to do? I think that is about it. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it. I'm going to show you first. This is the church cutout we're going to use from our friend Melissa at Junk and Craft Treasures. And check her shop out. She's got other beautiful things in her shop. But that one is from her. And I've got 2 of them. So I'm going to play around with them a little bit and create them differently. But let me turn you down so you can see the project and not me. Let's see. I just have to adjust because this is... Why is this so crooked looking? Sorry for the seesawing. It is laying straight on my... Does it look crooked for you guys? It looks really crooked on my phone, and I guess it's not bad. We are going to paint the church in Dixie Belle olive wood. I know it is backwards, and I apologize for that. Let's paint this up. If you are new here, let me know that you are new. If I want to welcome you to the, what's it, the crazy bunch? No, I'm the crazy one. The whimsy bunch. I am the crazy one. You guys are the whimsy ones. I create just about anything, but my passion is vintage, rustic. I like old things. I like things that have a story to tell. And I always tell you my pieces tell a story. There is a story in there somewhere, whether it is an old piece that has a story to tell, or whether it is a new piece that we are creating to look old. All the pieces have something to say. And I love my faith. I love the Lord. And if there's anything else that you need to know, want to know, I'm an ambassador with Essential Stencil. And I appreciate them so much for having that craft noon and let me go on there the other day. I appreciate that so much. That was a lot of fun. I also get invited sometimes to the Stencil Soul Sisters page. And that is a very fun group of friends as well. So if you have not, if you need stencil inspirations, check out the Stencil Soul Sisters group. They are a wonderful group of ladies with a lot of different styles and inspirations. You will find a lot of inspirations for your stencils. I love Essential Stencils. They are Mylar stencils. They are very durable. They are reusable, washable. I still have mine from when I first started, which was, oh my gosh, years ago. So they are still in good shape. I can still use them. And I know some, I haven't washed mine in a while, but some of them don't even wash theirs that often, and they are still good to use. I used to be really good in washing my stencils every time I used them. I am not going to stencil the cross. We're going to stencil. Listen to me. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and paint that cross too. I'm probably just going to go over it with the dark wax. And we will stencil the Damask pattern, or the Damask. I know how you say it in German. I cannot pronounce it here in the States right. I cannot get my words to come out right, but you guys know what I'm talking about. I'll just put a little bit of a fingerprint right there, so I think that looks good for right now. And this is a beautiful color. I like that olive color, and I think that will make a beautiful church. Miss Danette, can you see good enough, or do I need to move the camera? Let me dry this up. And then we put our little stencil on there. And on the other side, I think I am going to experiment with the inlay from Decor Central. I have not played with those. And either tomorrow or, no, maybe Wednesday, either tomorrow afternoon or evening or Wednesday, I'm going to try to play with that. And I'll go live. I'll show you. This will be my first time, so you guys can learn and see. And once we put the stain over the cross up there, it'll look like it is aged. And that's what I want. I want this church to look aged, and we will age this church out. And if there's imperfections, I'll embrace that. I love when it is not quite perfect in my painting or going over a little bit, because I like that rustic look. So that's what we have. Hey, Sherry. Oh, can I not see comments? I just see that you guys are on. I don't see any comments. What a bummer. I hope you guys can see well. I hope you like this. And this stencil is out of stock at the moment. It is sold out. And it's called the Damask Stencil. Damask pattern. And I love that one. I was teeter-tottering between this one and the Fleur de Lis. The Fleur de Lis is also sold out, but I linked to both of them in the comments. In the header. This is the Fleur de Lis. And the Fleur de Lis has small bonus patterns in it. It has a corner pattern and a small solid pattern in this lace one. That would look good on that church as well. Both of them are sold out, but if you're interested, let Essential Stencil know that you want that stencil to be brought back. Okay, this is the way I am going to lay this on here. I'm going to scoot this up a little bit. And I'm going to have to hold the stencil up. I am going to go right under where that cross starts. And I just got to make sure that I am level. Okay, I'm level right here. And in the middle. I want to be in the middle. It looks like I'm off a little bit. I'm still looking up there to see if that is in the middle. But with everything else, the doors and the little window going on, I'm thinking we will be okay. I'm going to scoot it up a smidge. Right there, and that's where I want it. All right. I don't have much to tape it to. I'm going to tape it there, and I'm going to put a little rolled up piece of tape right here. I'm going to scoot this up a little bit more. I'm going to have to... I hope we don't have a connection problem. I am using my favorite 5/8 inch stencil brush. An Essential Stencil. I just ordered me some new brushes. They got a 4-pack. It's half, 5/8, 3/4, and 7/8. The two small ones are my favorite to use. And they have a 4-pack of dome brushes, and there's various sizes in there as well. These have a little learning curve as far as the loading of the brush and offloading. They hold a lot of paint. And then they have the 6-pack of detail brushes. I love those to fill in the bridges. And they are really helpful for small strokes and small things. And I am going to use the Magnolia from Dixie Belle. I know I got a lot of paint on here, and I made a little gooby mess. You see my gooby mess right there? It was all caked up, so I had to dump all that out. I loaded my brush. I'm going to offload a little bit because we don't need much for this to cover. And I'm losing my hair. My hair is attached to the hair was attached to the little tape. And I hope you will love this little church. I'm excited for it. Can't wait to see what it looks like. Some of you might even have this damask pattern and don't know what to do with it. Here is one way you can use your pattern. I always say if there's anything, if you have choices and they're limited in what you get, the alphabet stencils and the pattern stencils, because you could do so much with the pattern. You can use it as the main focal point. You can use it as a background. There is so many things that you can do with that with a pattern. You can use parts. You could just use this one part of the stencil. And again, if this pattern is not completely on there, if it is a little bit deeper and a little bit more covered in some areas than others, I'm okay with that because I want this to be a little bit more rustic. Like maybe the paint has faded off of the church. I'm just dipping in my little mess over here, but still going off on my paper towel. But you know, little country church, I'm thinking about when you go to Gatlinburg and you go through Kate's Cove, they have those old churches through there with the cemeteries, they are old cemeteries. And they're just little, cute little churches. Tiny, one-room little churches. And that's what I think about when I see this church. It is just a tiny little one-room church that the people that go there have painted. And they wanted something special, and they painted this beautiful pattern on the outside. This intricate little pattern, because that's the way the Lord made us. He made us intricate with all kinds of moving parts, and He created us special. We are loved and chosen by Him. And that's what I think about when I see this little church. And if you have problems stenciling, a dry brush. Make sure that your brush is dry, dry, dry. Make sure you have your stencil down the way it is supposed to lay. Have a flat brush to use. Folks, I don't see comments. I'm so sorry. Please still comment. Hearts, thumbs up. Let me know that you've been here. Hashtag replay. Let me know if you have received a notification. Check your notifications to see if they are turned on. And you can also tap on my face and then look and see. It should come up with notifications, and just see that you are getting notified. And you can also do exclamation mark notify, and it should send you out notifications. Okay, I think we call this good. Oh, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. It is just the way I dreamed it would be. It is so gorgeous. Tell me, are you gardeners? Do you garden? Do you have a vegetable garden? Do you have a, are you planning on having a vegetable garden? Are you a flower gardener? That turned out so pretty. I'm going to dry it, and then I'm going to sand it. Those colors are just really pretty together. I love that. That was Olive Wood and Magnolia from Dixie Belle. Looking for my sanding sponge. I got these sanding sponges from Amazon. We'll put a link in there to these. They came in a pack with all different kinds. And I like those. I am an affiliate with Amazon, so if there's anything that I post and you will purchase, I might receive a commission. A little one. Tiny one. Thank you for the heart. That's the only thing I can see, guys. Oh, so aggravating. Here are our little doors. And here's our little window that's going to go up. And for the doors and windows, I am just going to use the Waverly wax. I thought about staining, but I'm just going to use this. I'm going to wrap up my brushes real quick. I don't think I will use them again, but in case I need them for something, I want to make sure that they are still pliable and good. So I'm wrapping them up just like this. And I even put them in my Ziploc bag like this to go be washed. And I'm just going to get me another wipe to put our stain on. Probably would be better if I'll be wearing gloves, but you know, gloves are overrated. I'm gonna add just a little bit more because I want it a little bit darker. Just getting it out of the top. I hear a little bird out there. My daughter just found a little cardinal that fell out of the nest. And he is not ready to fly yet. She tried to put it back as far in the tree as she could. But I don't know if he's going to find his way back into the nest or not. If we want it darker, I can brush some more on and then wipe it back with a paper towel. And again, I posted the links to the Damask and the Fleur de Lace, the lace stencil in the header. Both of them are not available at the moment. They are sold out, but please let them know that you want them back in stock. I am going to put a little bit of this ground espresso in here and just darken that up a little bit. I want like the edges a little bit darker. See the difference? And I will sand over this put it on or we take it off. Have you gotten your head stencils yet? I think today is the last day for the bundle. Can't remember. And a lot of things have been on sale. Always check back and see what they have going on. There's always something happening. I'm going to lighten this side up a little bit more. Do the same thing to our little window. Rid of all this riffraff on here, and I have to turn it my way. I will not be able to put this on right if I don't have it laying my way. And this one is going to go right here. Like it like that. I am going to use the forgot to get it out, my Liquitex, and I was going to put a dab of hot glue on there, but the Liquitex works the best for me. It's a little much. It bonds really well. It just takes a little bit to adhere. But since it takes a moment to dry, you have maneuverability. Such a big word for me. Maneuverability. So are you crafting for Halloween? Are you crafting for fall? You got any shows coming up? What you up to? What you doing? And which one of the head stencils was your favorite? My favorite on the head stencils was the Faith one, Faith Moves Mountain, and the Amazing Grace one. Those are my favorite. And just because you're not a head person doesn't mean that you cannot use them. There are so many different ways you can use those. You can use them on rounds, on ovals. You can use them on a banner, on a garden flag. You can use bits and pieces. There are so many florals in there. You can use the words. You can use them on a shirt, like around the neckline. You can use them on an apron. Not too much squished out. That's pretty good. If any squishes out, I use either my spatula or my palette knife or my little tool that has the needle on the top. This tool, I use that to get it off. Go wipe this off real quick. It is coming together. I just love how that looks. I've got some buttons I'm going to use for the door knobs. I know these are huge, but I want big buttons on here, and they are a little bit iridescent. And I'm going to use my hot glue for those. Glue string. So bummed I cannot see comments. I am not sure why I don't see comments. And let me know if this is not a good time for me to come on. Let me know what works better for you. See how big doorknobs. I love it. I love the doorknobs. And I wish I could see comments because I have a question. Can't see comments on neither place. This is a tag from my friend Summer at Hammons Nest. She has a, I was going to say a printable club, but that's not what it is. She's got a, I'm a part of her group. Also in her Soul Sisters group, her business group, but the Creative Nest. She has a group called the Creative Nest, and this is where you could find those. And she's got also some freebies. She created a freebie library, so hop over there and see what kind of printables she has. I cut out the tag exactly to the size, and then I punched a hole through both of them at the same time. This is just cardboard, and we're gonna put a little bit of Mod Podge on there and put our tag on the cardboard. If I can get my Mod Podge open. And I got my Mod Podge in just one of these bottles, so it's easier to use. Whoa, hello. That is not how much Mod Podge I wanted. I do not need that much Mod Podge. No, maybe I do need that much Mod Podge. I knew that was going to happen. I am going to lay it on my plate because I don't want it to stick to my surface right there. Get my Mod Podge off my hand. Make sure this is all adhered well. I'm getting another wet wipe. Get all that glue over my hand so I won't glue anything together that I don't want glued together. Sure all the edges are glued down. I always save cardboard because you can always use cardboard for so many creative things. So always save your cardboard. I'm just going to open this back up. Our little hole. If you are just now hopping on, let me know that you are here. I cannot see any comments on either one of my devices. I've got my phone facing me, so all the words are backwards. But let me know that you've been here. Hey, Sherry. Because I cannot see any comments. Nothing is showing up for me on either device. And I am sorry. All right, I am gonna have to get a brush to push this on. I just need a little bit more to seal this in. Don't need much. Very light strokes. Make sure we got this all sealed in. I need a little bit more right there. And please comment, let me know you've been here. Even if I cannot respond back, let me know what you think, what you like. Have you been to any of these small country churches? Have you seen them before? Have you visited? Let me know all the things. My friend Carlene in West Virginia, she goes to a little country church, and it's the cutest little country church. Let that dry naturally for a little bit. Grace upon grace, John 1:16. I am gonna add a little bit to the edges. And I'm gonna add a little bit to the back. Because you're gonna see part of it hanging out. I always want to make sure that the back looks good too. Like I said, on the back side, I am gonna try to do an inlay. I'll do that either tomorrow or Wednesday, so come back and see. And see, now our back is done as well. And that's what our front looks like. And here's our little church so far. I am going to go around the edges. I'm going to go a little bit over the piece. You can use Kills dark wax as well. That would work. I'm just edging it out. You see the difference? I want this a place to be proud to, when the Lord sees it, he wants to say, yes, that is my church. And see how we done the cross up top. But I've got something different in mind for the cross. And I'm just going to go across a little bit and add just a little grunginess here and there. We can add more or less. And I think that tag go really well with this. There was something on there. I just wanted to sand that off. For the top of the cross, and I wish I could see your comments. See which way, this way, so you can see it. I thought about adding this one, but it is, to me, too green. We can add brown to it. But I wanted to make the cross bigger. or we can use this one that is already brown and add that one. And I think I am going to go with this one. The other one that I thought we could do is to make it look like a window. We could add that one on the window. Let me know in the comments if you want to do the one in the window. And I got that color and I got the darker color for the window. And we can add that in the window. Let's see what this one will look like if we darken it up. If it will hold it. I think this one would be pretty. It'd be different. Definitely will be different. Gosh, I wish I could ask you guys. I am going to go with the brown one, but I wish I could ask you. But this is what it looks like after we darkened it up a little bit. So I want to add that first. And I'm doing very little right there in the middle of the cross. I'm just going to hold it for a moment. Thank you guys for being on. Don't forget to sprinkle out the whimsy. We love it when you sprinkle it out so others can see what we create and enjoy it and hang out with us. I gotta get all the extra off. I'll show you here in a minute what it looks like from the back side. We're almost done. And this dries clear, so you will not see this at all. But I want to try to get as much off as possible and make it look nice. I don't want a shabby job. I'm going to get the underneath here. I think that's pretty much got it. And that's our front side. And this is our back side. And I just basically doubled it up on the back, and it looks good from the front and the back. And let me know in the comments whether we want to put a cross in the window and whether you want the dark one or the light colored one. I'm going to put my jute on. For our tag. And I'm going to put the tag right there on at the bottom of the cross. I wanted to add that in. I don't know if I have. Let's see if that'll fit. Regroup. I wanted to add a little skeleton key. I love those little skeleton keys. I just don't know if the jute isn't too big for that. I'll just wrap a little bit of clear tape. It fits, ladies, it fits. Because, you know, Jesus is the key to our heart, right? And Jesus is the key, but faith unlocks the door. So just think about, we've got this little skeleton key on here. Jesus is the key, but in order to get into the church, you're going to have faith. Got to have faith in Jesus. That looks good. I like that. That looks really good. Go ahead and tie a loop in here. Take my tape back off. I am probably going to leave this long. Haven't decided yet. But it is going to go right there. I'll glue it right there on that spot. And I've made a bow out of cheesecloth. And this needs to be shorter, so I want to make it smaller. And the reason why I chose a bow out of cheesecloth, because it reminds me of the linens that Jesus had when they took him down the cross. Okay, I'm gonna cut. If I would be scissors, where would I be? So I can still see the cross. And then I'm going to glue that over top. Right there. I have to decide on this, how I want that. And I've got a little bit of greenery, and I'm going to add a button as well. I think I'll put the greenery underneath. Like that, maybe. My greenery got caught in the cheesecloth. I think I am going to put it right here. I'll just put my finger in that hot glue. And it was hot. That will leave a burn mark. There's probably no glue left on my, my piece right there. Oh. That did not feel good, guys. gonna leave a nice, beautiful burn mark. It might not be so bad. Really don't like that back behind there. I want it to the front. I didn't like where it was sitting. I want it on the front side. Well, I am riding the struggle bus today with this. I'm gonna put a dot of glue right here to hold that in place. I am not satisfied with the way that one is laying. I'm one of those, it's got to be just right. And this was not just right. I don't like the way it is right there. That's where I want it. You ever fuss like this with your creations? You're like, nope, that's not right. I don't want it there. Yep, I'm happy with that. I was going to add a little button. I don't know if it needs a little button, but I think a little button would be cute to pull it together with the little buttons down there. Need a little sprig right there. A little bit bigger one. Don't forget to hop over onto the Essential Stencil page and watch what we miss. Amanda is creating tonight. I think I'm happy with that. What do you guys think? And let me know in the comments whether we should add that cross as the window. Like that. Or should we leave it? You guys let me know. And again, this bow is to represent the linen of Christ. And then just let me know whether we should add that cross for the window cross. And then that is our cross up top. And I think this turned out really pretty. I might come back with the dark wax and darken up the edges of the doors and the window a little bit. To me, they are not dark enough. But I just love how our little church turned out. And I love that cheesecloth on there. I just think it pulls everything together. And you can lean it up against something. Or we can add a little string around here to hang it. That would work as well. So hop over to the Essential Stencil page on top of the hour and see what Miss Amanda is creating. I hope you enjoyed this. I love this church, what it represents, and I just think about those little country churches, and I just pray that you have been in one of those and seen how the early church goers went to church and what conveniences we have now. And remember, Jesus is the key has the key to our heart, and Jesus is the key, but faith unlocks the door so that we can be part of God's family and accept him as accept Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior. And I just hope you have a blessed evening. Enjoy it. And grace upon grace, John 1:16. Yep, John 1:16. Have a blessed evening. Enjoy Amanda at 8 Eastern and 7 Central. And have a wonderful evening. And I will see you on Thursday. I'm going to go either Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm not sure to do the inlay on the other side. But our regular crafting time is on Thursday at 6:30 Eastern. I'm always going live on Mondays and Thursdays at 6:30, unless something is going on with hubby. So come visit me, hang out, chat. And again, I apologize that I could not read comments or see any comments this evening. Have a blessed one. Let me turn this down so you can see this beautiful project one more time. And I'll turn us off.